All right, man. What's going on, fellas? We back at it for after a long hiatus. Cornerstone Podcast, episode 70. Subscribe, like, comment, and share the content. Find us on YouTube, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and iTunes. So, what's going on, fellas? How y'all doing, man? I haven't seen or heard from y'all. What's going on?
Good man, just working. You know what we doing. I ain't
Yeah.
heard from y'all really. We chatted like last week, late last week.
Yeah.
We chatted and everything. But shit, I'm just in the crib working, going to work, coming home, man, staying out the way. You see how it is out here in Chicago right now, man.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all, how's that cold doing, y'all? Y'all seen some snow up there yet?
Nah, but it's cold as hell.
I think we had one snow, but this happened prior to Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah.
It
And
wasn't
it
too
didn't
bad.
accumulate, but it came down.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Man, it's cold as hell out here, man. What's the
man.
weather out there, man? Make me
I
mad.
mean, the temperature dropped a little bit. It's been like 70s. You know what I'm saying? Mostly through
The
the week. It
temperature
got down.
drops.
It got down to 69 one day.
Ooh, okay.
But I mean, it's been today. It's been rainy this weekend, so it ain't been too much activity jumping off. But it been pretty rainy this weekend. It's probably the most rain I've seen here since y'all was here.
Okay, yeah.
I ain't think it
But
rained out there that often.
nah, it don't. This probably, like I said, when was y'all here? What was that?
So,
Oh, that was early May.
Damn, that
nah,
was,
but it didn't rain when me and you was out there. It rained when me and Mika went back out there. Remember?
right when y'all came back
Yeah.
out here. What was that?
Yeah,
That was
that was
June.
June. Yeah,
Right. Okay. Yeah, because
and
that's right. We celebrated our
it rained
birthday.
2 days. It rained 2 days out there.
Yeah. So I mean, that's been probably the first time it rained since then
Okay,
that I can remember.
right.
Mm.
But it's cool though, man. It's nice, light jacket weather. You know what I'm saying? Long sleeve shirt weather.
Uh-huh.
Nice walk in the park weather.
Hey, man, I kind of want to get to these topics, and
Let's
like
go.
the biggest thing going on right now is Yee,
It's
Chicago's
yay,
finest.
man.
It's
It's
called
yay.
yeah. It's
What's
yeah.
Yay,
ye? What's
Yee,
ye?
Yay. Okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Yay, man. I mean, hey, you in Phoenix, right? So Chris Paul is one of y'all big three superstars, and for the Phoenix Suns, and seemed like Ye kind of out on him, talking about how he called
Fuck his
him
wife.
and Kim. So
Hey,
it's
niggas will
unfortunate,
be niggas, won't they?
Yeah, true.
You
and
can't
True
make
that.
speaking
turn a hoe into a housewife.
that
That's
makes
true as
that makes
well.
her a hoe.
I say you can't turn. She
But
been a hoe. That ain't make her a hoe. She been a hoe.
you feel she's been a good woman, Mister?
I think she is a good woman.
To who?
Whoever she with at the time.
I
Nah,
mean,
bro. She ain't solid, man.
I would say this about Kim. I mean, despite all her flaws, she did at some point pay off Kanye's debt. I think he was like $50 million in debt, and she paid that off for him.
That don't make her a good woman.
Hey, what's the highest amount of debt that your wife had paid for you right now?
She doing my credit, and trust me, it's almost 50 million. Yeah, she taking care of my shit right now. But no, I mean, I'm not saying that to make her good. That don't stop
That
her
don't
from
make you
being
no
out
good
here.
woman.
But no, I'm just saying she's still out here doing her. I think, like no matter what, and I don't think she just a one woman man. You know what I'm saying? A one woman. I'm not. She not wifey material, and that's okay. But it's like every nigga that try to get with her try to slow her down. You know what I'm saying?
Is she's
You
the
gotta let her
modern day Marilyn Monroe?
exactly let her do
She
her.
she is gonna be she will be an industry chick, or she's already an industry chick, or she's gonna be passed around, and
Yeah.
people are still dying to get with her. Like if y'all were in those Hollywood circles, y'all single and just probably like need like a little bad chick just to kind of up your profile a little bit. Would y'all
She the
date Kim
one.
Card? Would y'all
Yeah.
date her?
Yeah.
How about you, Phil?
I mean, in that context, dude. I mean, how could you say no? But I mean, I don't know, dog. It's just to me,
I
she
wouldn't
just
expect nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just
right.
blow me. I mean, for her to pick up my stock,
Like I
raise
seen
my stock.
somebody the other day say that she was a excellent businesswoman. Would you agree with that?
I would agree.
I
Based
say
on
this.
what though?
I mean, she handled a lot of shit. I mean,
Based
she
on
handled her
what
finances,
business?
the modeling business, the makeup business that she
That she
do.
ain't do nothing for that though. She
She
just
got
a
the.
figurehead. She a brand. She ain't no
Right, she
business.
the brand, but she handled a lot of decisions
What
hands
makes you
on
think she do that though?
because she displays it. She shows it.
When?
Maybe she hires like
Maybe
the best people to put her
watch
in a
the
better
show
light.
sometime then.
Well, oh, you want me to watch that TV show? What, Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
Yeah, watch that or something. You can't
Yeah, I
say just
ain't
because
gonna
you
do
don't
that.
watch, right? But if you're not gonna watch it, you can't say what the fuck she ain't doing if
I
you
hear a
don't
lot
know
of
what she doing.
assumptions. I hear a
You
lot of
what?
assumptions.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm assuming she don't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. I'm not gonna look into it. I'll take y'all word for it. If y'all say she's an excellent
Damn.
businesswoman, I'll believe it.
Now I like the way I hear how you say excellent, motherfucker. I just say she a good businesswoman. I ain't
I
saying
mean,
she
the thing
ain't
to me
nobody
is,
excellent. Elon Musk ain't
like when
excellent.
I think of a businesswoman, I think of someone who created something and made something of it. She didn't create herself. Her parents did that. If you take away her looks, what does that leave her?
I
Well,
mean,
I believe Ray J made her famous.
That's what I'm saying. If you take away her looks and her status, her influence as an influencer, you take that away. I mean, what does that leave her?
But she has that.
She a college dropout.
Nigga, now it's a high school dropout. I'm
yeah,
just
but her
saying.
daddy is a famous lawyer,
But
and
that's what I'm saying too, though. Where's this business acumen come from?
I mean, she's around those people 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
Right.
Some things will rub off.
yeah, I guess. I think it's just influence.
I mean, like, yes, that sex tape did kind of put her out into the mainstream, but she still parlayed that opportunity by
Man, she's still a hoe.
by by like aligning herself with like
Man, she a hoe.
certain
I'm sorry.
athletes that was hot at the
She
time.
she got she got having sex in front of her grandmama picture. Come on, man. And then putting that business out there. She's a slut, dude. Don't try to take it. No,
No.
she's trash. She's
Well,
absolute trash.
I
You
mean,
got 3 kids and you start dating some comedian because you kissed them on Saturday Night Live. Then all of a sudden you dating them. Now you fucking them on the carpet, the rug, or whatever in front of your grandmama's picture. Come on, dude. She
yeah,
trash.
that was kind of creepy. She should have never admitted that
But
out in
that's
the
what
open.
she did it. The fact that she did it, she trash. She put her business out there, and then she. Come on, man.
But it doesn't take away from her business
It
acumen,
don't.
though.
I give her the kudos if y'all say she deserved that businesswoman title, but
But I'm not
all
saying
the
she
other
not
shit,
a
she's
hoe.
still trash.
But
She's still
I
a
go
hoe.
back, like I said, going back to that, Mister. That's what we was talking about at first. I still say she not wifey material.
I mean,
She great
fine,
to have fun with. You know what I'm saying? She
fine. I
great
would
to.
accept that.
Okay,
And people in her case though, no publicity is bad. Like no matter what is put out there, as far as her putting out this story about how her and Pete Davidson had sex in front of the fireplace in front of her grandmother's picture, even though she said that was kind of messed up, according to us. I mean, we are just regular people, but according to those like Hollywood circles, I mean, that's probably normal. So
I don't know. None of that sound normal, dude.
as far as like outrageous stories like that, I
Look,
mean,
man, she has no self-respect doing that. That's just to me, that's equally as bad as doing the porno. Now you got the what makes it even worse is now you have kids behind this. That information is forever. Everything that she do is in the spotlight and it's forever. You can't contain
yeah,
that. You can't contain that, and your children are gonna have immediate access and
but
exposure to all of the things that come from it.
Phil,
I get it, Phil, but
from their lifestyle, their kids are not never going to be raised like our kids. You know what I'm
That's not
saying?
true.
No,
no,
their
no.
kids are never fucking gonna be raised like our
How you
kids.
figure that?
I mean, the shit that they go through, that they got problems that we don't. They don't have the problems that we have, and they some of the shit that we think is fucked up. Like Miss was saying earlier, is like it's nothing compared to them.
So why would you think Kanye will advocate so much for her to keep her kids out of the spotlight?
Kanye is trying to do that.
Right.
Her kids are not going to live that life that Kanye won't.
Her kids travel by a
I
private
see what
jet
you saying,
every
but
single day.
but her
That's
kids.
the thing though. You taking something. You making it seem like they live in some alien world. Like they live in the same world all of our kids live in.
But come
They're
on,
going to
man.
they're going to go through the same experiences, just scope is different. It's not different in as if it's a completely different experience. It's the same experience, it's just on a higher level.
Right.
So their kids are going to have to adjust the same way psychologically as our children. It's the same thing.
Not
That's why
necessarily.
Kanye don't want his kids exposed to Instagram all the time. Same reason we wouldn't want our kids exposed to Instagram all of the time.
But her daughter stay on TikTok.
That's
That's what I'm telling you. I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, motherfucker, they're not going to have to go through it because they're not going to live Kanye's life. They're going to live the Kardashian life.
They already didn't live in Kanye life.
As far as
they're
living Chicago,
Kardashian life. They're not living Kanye. Well, Kanye life is wild as hell too, but they're not living what Kanye said they need to be. Them kids, that baby still on TikTok. They still live a different lifestyle. The lifestyle that our kids go through theirs is totally different. You can say it's on a bigger scope, but nigga, that's a huge fucking scope.
So don't you think that a good parent should want to some degree shelter their kids from all of the type of shit that they gonna be exposed to at the rate that they being exposed to it?
Motherfucker, yes. But their family is not like that.
No, I get that their family is not like that, but that don't make it right.
I didn't say it was right. I'm telling you what it ain't gonna happen.
But that's my point though.
I could imagine that the kids got some type of endorsement deals. I mean, they are making money. That's why she's on TikTok.
No, and I get all that. I get it. But all I'm saying is, the things that she's allowing her children to be exposed to it's just too much.
She came up.
It's just a Hollywood lifestyle.
Nah, it ain't, man. That shit ain't right, bro.
We can never fully contextualize.
I can absolutely understand the context behind it. If it's business, it's business. It's just bad business.
You can't like.
So okay, so basically, what you telling me is it's okay for your kids to know that you was fucking in front of their grandmama picture. And how old is these kids?
7, 8, 6, 7.
So go and tell your kid right now that you and your mama was fucking in the bed.
Phil, we
not
saying
it's okay. No, it's all right.
No, nigga, I wouldn't do that with my kids, but that's you not fucking. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. Whatever the fuck you want them to do. I wouldn't do it in my house. You wouldn't do it in your house.
It's not right in nobody's house.
And it probably not. But like Mr. said, but in Hollywood, that's how they fucking live. That's their life.
Name another Hollywood parent that's doing the same thing.
Magic Johnson, when his
Dwayne
son
Wade.
came out gay, all this shit right, motherfucker.
No, you can't say that.
Dwayne Wade.
Now, first of all, I don't agree with Dwayne Wade either.
Right, motherfucker, but you asked the question that you asked was name another fucking Hollywood family.
But that's not the same thing, though. We talking about apples and oranges.
No, ain't no apples and oranges. A lot of these motherfucking Hollywood
what is Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union? What are they doing with each other and putting it out there for everybody to see while their children are in the background looking at it from the side? That's what I'm talking about. What type of example are they putting forward?
I mean, Gabby, she does tell sex stories out in the public about what her and Dwayne does.
At the level of what the Kardashians are involved in, or Kim at this point?
Not that explicit, but she has talked about it publicly.
Yes, it's the level of explicitness I'm talking about. The whole gay thing and transgender, all that stuff, that's a whole nother story.
I mean,
we're talking about putting yourself as a parent out there for your children to see. When you're already in the spotlight and it's going to be magnified times 100, you got to be careful with that, man.
Even with the trans story, I mean, that's embedded in the Kardashian whole story.
And they like mine, right?
Because Northwest's step granddaddy turned into a step grandmama.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
but the whole point is I understand what you're saying about raising your kids. I'm telling you, motherfucker, that's just not how they're going to be raised.
No, and
No matter how
I
much
I
you
don't
bitch about it, no matter how much Kanye bitch about it, no matter how wrong it is, that's their life.
I mean I get it. I just think the point is that enough people are not saying how wrong this shit is. That's the thing. Like if we just let too much shit go nowadays. We chalk it up to, oh, that's just their lifestyle. No, nigga, that shit wrong.
Yeah, of course it's wrong, but I mean, but
But we
still, we
always
can't.
hide behind what our truths are. Everybody always talking about speak your truth, live your truth. The truth is that shit's bogus. That's the truth.
And I'm gonna
Yeah,
say this. I'm gonna say this. No matter what you think, they might not be as famous as the Kardashians, but there's other families in Hollywood, there's other families out here in the world that's probably they lifestyle a whole lot worse.
I agree. You're probably right.
I bet you they probably the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Hollywood or rich motherfuckers and what they do with their kids.
You're right.
hmm
You're right. You're absolutely right. It's still wrong. And
Now,
as long as we normalize the shit, that means it's gonna make its way into our households. When we make this shit normal, that means it's okay for everybody, not just for them. It's okay for everybody. That's the
I,
problem with it.
now I understand what you saying about that, but that's when you like you said earlier, that's when you step in and be like, or you gotta let them know like, hey, that's the different they got the money or they lifestyle is 100 times different than ours. We don't do the same shit they do. We watch their shit for entertainment.
I want to pose a question for y'all. Growing up, I always thought that like amongst the oppression Olympics, black people always held the gold medal.
Okay.
Silver medalist probably would have been held by Native Americans, and a bronze medalist probably would have been held by the elderly. But today, the gold medalists are Jewish people.
Oh
The the
shit.
the silver medal will be the LGBT, and a bronze medal would just be women in general. So when did this
Uh,
paradigm change? So like now mind you, I have no issues against any oppressed group out there. I sympathize with them just like I hope that they sympathize with our plight. But just to kind of pose the question, like as far as what Ye said about how these Jewish heads of like music companies and like fashion people, they're constantly fucking them over. For the sake of the argument, like let's just say he's right. What makes him anti-Semitic just by even pointing out that truth?
but he also said he also had the didn't he have like a swastika? Did he
That
put
was
that little
yesterday.
No, I'm
right?
saying
I
no,
mean,
I'm saying that came later, but like as far as what made him lose $2 billion, that was
What
just
was it
okay.
that
him.
he said that was anti-Semitic?
Right, exactly.
So the thing is, they changed the definition of anti-Semitic to really be streamlined to anything that's offensive to Jewish people.
Yeah, but
So
that's not offensive though. Just
wait,
to
wait,
point
wait,
out
hold
how
on.
they're
Let me finish.
okay. All
So
right.
so when he, so part of the definition is making the assumption or making the point that um Jewish people are a part of some conspiracy to control the world or take over media or take over any particular business or entity. So because he said Jewish people run the media, that's kind of a conspiracy. So that's in part in the definition of anti-Semitism.
Okay, so
Is it true? Do you believe
is
that
it
though,
true?
Phil?
Is it true?
It don't matter if it's true. That's in the definition.
No, no, but
Is
I'm
it true?
asking
Yeah, it's
you.
true. Everybody knows it's true.
Okay,
But
This
so
also
man
because
said
he said
whoever
Jewish
they
people
are.
and not specific Jewish people names, because
Right,
he said
right.
it as a whole, everybody, that's what made it anti-Semitic because he included everybody instead of just
Right.
saying, specific people.
okay, but
I I
I'm sorry.
feel
What? E?
not well. I mean, I believe what he say. I didn't know you could get in trouble for saying what he said. I don't. like Phil said, they changed the definition. So
Now, when was it
every
changed?
I don't even know. Let me just say this before you go to the change. I said this before in some shows way before. I said when we niggas just hanging out. If you throw a rock in the air and hit a butterfly, somebody gonna fucking complain. I don't see how comics can do their job anymore. I don't see, like Phil say, how the world just changing and shit. Every fucking body is so sensitive. Somebody gonna get canceled this week, and I'm gonna text you. Somebody gonna do something and get canceled this week. No matter what you is, I don't understand how you can't talk shit. You can't speak your mind no more. Let me swing over straight. We talking about this. What did Kyrie really do that was so bad?
All he did
We
was
all
just
know
tweet
he ain't
it.
do nothing.
Right,
But
exactly.
I understand, and I do understand Kyrie fuck up and say a lot of shit and do this, but he literally didn't do shit.
That's it.
And
He didn't. The thing is, so that argument would be that he posts a link with no context. But the argument isn't there. You can't force somebody to add context to a tweet. You just got to take from it what you take from it. That's what he put it out there before. But now all of a sudden these expectations that every time I tweet something, I got to give a long explanation as to why I tweeted it. Like that shit's ridiculous. Now, had it have been a Jewish person
thank you.
that tweeted something, it would have went without anybody's scrutiny, man. It's been this whole shit, all this shit been a bunch of bullshit, man.
But that's
It
what
really
Mister say. The Jewish people now are the gold medals. That they feel like they headed the worst, and they headed bad. Granted, now,
Now,
well,
like we said, we're not taking that away from them. I'm just trying to understand why people really just can't speak their fucking mind. I mean, it's like it's
one of the things Kanye said that I think a lot of people they heard it and they say they understood it, but it just really went way over their head. Is that he said that when black people in the car and the police pull over the car, everybody getting in trouble, right? Everybody in the car getting in trouble. But if it's a Jewish person or any other group that pulls over, only the driver get in trouble. So he was basically saying, like, if I do something wrong, all of my people go down for it. But when you do something wrong, only you go down for it. So he said, y'all got to keep that same energy when y'all apply that to us. So basically, when he's saying, if I say Jewish people, I'm referring to specific Jewish people. I'm not talking about some Jewish person that ain't got no damn money. So why are you trying to, what I'm saying? Why are you trying to act like I'm including all of them? You already know what I'm talking about, but you expanded it to make it worse, make what I'm saying worse than it actually is. Everybody knew he was talking when he said Jewish people run the media. He was not talking about Jewish people who go to church down, you know what I'm saying, that go
to the synagogue,
go to the synagogue, and everybody know we're not talking about them. He talking about these executives and these large companies. But
and
because he said it,
down.
you want to make it seem like a conspiracy. Come on, man. Everybody doing that shit.
yeah, because that's the thing. Like the powers that be, they want to keep these conversations ambiguous. They want to keep it smoke and mirrors, so that way you can't really pin nothing on like an individual person like that.
Right,
You,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? And like imagine if like a white person tweeted out like the movie poster of like Django, like, oh man, this is my favorite movie. So like, are they expected to like answer for Quentin Tarantino saying nigger in the movie?
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly. But they
Exactly. I
won't
like
even
that.
question him. That's the
Right.
thing.
It
Like
won't even get out there.
it won't come across as if there's something that he needs to answer for if that happens. But
Right.
And see, that's
because Kyrie has had some conspiracies that he fell for in the past, now all of a sudden he's some huge figurehead in the black community, and he speaks for all of us. And he like, how you just make this man guy in our community because of this post? Like everybody who's seen the post was gonna go and watch that long 3-hour boring ass documentary. Well, no niggas gonna watch that shit until y'all start making a big deal about it.
so y'all made a big deal about it. And what really fucked me, like LeBron had said the other day, it was the strongest shit in the world. LeBron was like, before I go, He said, nobody asked me about Jerry Jones, the Jerry Jones picture.
Right.
That
And then
was
somebody was,
that was apples and oranges. I thought
wait.
LeBron was he kind of like he took it too far.
Nah,
For
but
one, he took it too
miss. He
far.
was right. No, he was
No,
right. Because
no. Go ahead.
every game that nigga had, he didn't even play half them games. They asking him about Kyrie. How you feel about the Kyrie?
Because that
Now,
was his teammate.
No, but hold on. They
no. They asked him
asked
about
LeBron
anything in
about
the
the
world.
Cowboys because the Cowboys was his favorite team.
And the Cowboys his favorite fucking team in the whole world know it.
No, not
Yes,
now.
they
They do.
did.
Yes, they
Not
do.
now.
Everybody know that.
Mister, everybody know that's his favorite team. You are not gonna go that one. Everybody know the Cowboys his favorite team.
Now,
And like
recently he said he's not a Cowboys fan.
That's because of this situation, though.
Not
yeah,
this situation.
nah, Mister.
He said he's not a Cowboys fan
It
because
don't
of the
even matter.
way that they handled the kneeling protests.
Right, yeah. After that, right.
And guess what? So that should get fire somebody up to ask him a question about Jerry Jones. Either way, they always come to LeBron and ask him something about whatever the fuck is going on.
Okay, so you brought up LeBron and Jerry Jones. What was wrong with the photo?
He's standing on the opposite side. I was just looking at the photo today. He's standing on the side like niggas, y'all can't come over here.
No, he did not have that look.
He did have that look.
He was
Look,
looking.
dude, look, now you sound like Stephen A, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. He was just in the picture. No, nigga. Every white person that was there that day was in opposition to them niggas getting in that school.
Exactly.
It wasn't nobody there for no other reason.
Yeah, don't do that, mister. That's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm watching the Dallas Cowboy game right now. They ain't open all they talking about is all the Army veterans he got there and all this bullshit. And like he said, that was an old picture. We do shit back in the day that's old. But I know a lot of motherfucking politicians and shit that did blackface and did a whole bunch of shit back in the day. And they got talked about the shit. This Jerry Jones shit, you don't hear shit about it.
Okay, so let me ask y'all this. By him being in that picture, does that make him racist?
I don't what you gotta say?
He was at that time.
At that time, yeah, I would think at that time that would have been.
You don't think he was racist at that time, mister?
As far as according to the
photo, at that time, do you think he was a racist person?
A 14-year-old can't be racist.
You a motherfucker.
Right, y'all. See y'all later, bro.
I'll talk to you later, mister. Gee. You crazy as hell.
They're inherently, dude, they were brought up in a time where racism was the norm. How could you suggest that a 14-year-old couldn't be racist? He could be clueless and thoughtless as to how that was going to impact his life 70 years from now, but he certainly had the feelings that he had brought on by his community. He was a product of his environment. His environment was racism. What would make you think he wasn't racist?
So this is my whole overall definition of like racism. Racism means that you're actively trying to disenfranchise like another group of people. You're trying to place sanctions on them, economically, socially.
What was he doing?
So trying to keep them from getting into school.
A 14-year, he wasn't doing. He was off to the side just looking.
Do you really think?
I can't just call him a racist just because he was just standing there just looking.
First of all, Rob, in that picture, a picture is worth 1,000 words. A video would have been worth more. But you have to you making it seem like the entire time he was there that he just stood there like this with a blank look on his face. It did absolutely nothing.
All I could go by is what I saw in the picture.
Yeah,
so
but
all I can go by.
Wait. So if it was 14 Ku Klux Klan members out there and 2 of us trying to string up that nigga, the other ones ain't guilty. They not the ones hanging the nigga. They just out there taking a picture.
Why was he out there?
Answer the question, mister.
Why was he not in school already?
Mister.
You don't think he made the choice to be out there when that picture was taken?
Wait, for one, like those black kids was like going inside of that classroom, so school wasn't officially started yet. He was just standing there.
So how come his back wasn't towards the camera?
I don't know.
The black kid's back was towards the camera, meaning they were going in that direction. He was facing them, like they were facing each other. If he didn't have nothing to do with it, he should have been facing that way.
According to the photo,
he was mid-turn, right?
I mean, y'all are
We
taking
need
this
to find
photo.
all and identify
Nah,
Y'all
all
that's
are
the
taking this
bullshit.
bullshit.
photo out of proportion. I mean, for one, he was 14 years old. He can't inflict any type of like
We're not talking
economic
about
or social
now.
He was
sanctions on
talking to
anybody
another
else.
He was talking with another 14-year-old. Calling them niggas and everything. If you don't think he said
You
nigga, y'all get out of school. Y'all can't come out of school. If you don't think he said
that's
that, mister,
speculation.
that man,
It's
okay, Stephen A.
speculation. It's
Okay, Stephen
speculation.
A.
Okay,
Okay,
you know
Charles
what?
Barkley.
To be
Okay,
perfectly
Stephen A.
honest with you, it is all speculation. It is.
Okay,
But
thank
the
you.
bottom line
Thank
is
you.
But
this. Do
85%
we
of my
think he
speculation is
racist?
true.
What we say, look, you asked the question, do we think he was racist? Eric's answer was back then. My answer is probably so back then. Do I think he is now? I don't think
Maybe.
he'd be so foolish as to let us know.
Thank
Okay, okay, so were y'all
Thank you.
like were y'all sexist pigs at 14 years old?
Yep. I was a womanizer from 13 to probably about 33.
I ain't say he couldn't change, but this you had to think about it, man. It's
Yeah.
different. Like racism is bred inside of a person from the part at that age. They coming into a world where every day they see their parents or other white people shunning, looking down on, talking negatively about, and just basically trying to keep their kids away from black people every
Right.
single day. That's their environment every single day until their adulthood.
I wouldn't dispute that, but are we going back as this
It's
photo
that's
and
different.
y'all want like a 60-year-old to answer for a photo that was
No,
taken back in
ain't neither one of us say that
1957?
though.
Nah, I want him
The
to
thing
answer for it.
is,
And
Nah, I
y'all have
feel
these indictments
I
on
want
his
him to answer
character.
for it. I want him to
I
answer for it.
definitely think he should have spoken on it. Do I
He
think
should
we can condemn? I don't think we can condemn him
nope,
for
but speak
something that
on it.
he did that long ago.
Everybody else gotta fucking explain why the fuck they said something
Right.
or
But
did some shit.
why hasn't he had to apologize?
Cause he a billionaire racist motherfucker.
Do you think
He
were the shoe on the other foot, who Kyrie would have had to apologize? It's the same thing.
see with Ye and Kyrie, unfortunately, because of their
They black.
views. I mean, yes, they are black, but they are lone wolves, and unfortunately, like other black people in their position wasn't gonna you know was gonna fall on the sword for them. So that's why they were kind of like on on this island alone, having to apologize while everybody else is pretty much piling on them. So, but like to me, prior to Kanye going on Alex Jones show, I thought he was pretty much dead on as far as everything he was saying. But since Alex Jones, I'm like, you know what, I can't really defend Kanye by what he said about Hitler and his other stuff that he was saying. So,
I'm just gonna
but
say this because I was kind of feeling the same way you felt, where you just said up until the Alex Jones thing. But and I watched it and I thought about it, and it's like I don't believe any. I believe to a degree he believes the stuff that he's saying, but I just think right now it's like he doesn't realize that he's just taking the joke too far, because he really trying to make this shit a joke. I feel like he was trying to make light or make a mockery of all of these situations and just see how far he could push it before somebody's head exploded. And this now it's like it's just bad at this point. Like,
yeah, he's trying to be Jesse Lee Peterson. And Jesse Lee Peterson, he is a professional troll, and he is hilarious, and he's not as funny as Jesse Lee Peterson. So
right, well,
that's
and he
that's what I
can't,
think he's
yeah,
trying to do.
yeah, he can't carry that type of, yeah. I just think at this point is he's too far gone with it. Like, I really do feel like if you really do examine the context of what he's saying about Hitler in particular, he said, you can't act like he ain't do some good things for the world. And I mean, to be perfectly honest, there are some things that Hitler was responsible for that we continue to use today that we would never give him credit for because of the stuff that he did to Jews.
I
Right.
haven't done any like research on them. So like, what stuff do we do today?
The microphone you talking into,
Okay, so he
that's Hitler technology, supposedly. I didn't do the
The
research.
vo-
That's what he said.
hey, the Volkswagen
Volkswagen.
you driving. The
Volkswagen.
bug. The
Right.
bug.
You know what
you
I'm
know what,
saying?
my
So, I
my
mean,
wife drives a Volkswagen, so
well, she's driving Hitler's car. Hitler's government produced Volkswagen. So you riding a Hitler mobile.
Yep.
So I mean, when you put it in the context, the thing is, it's like, I mean, if you go all the way back to like Attila the Hun and all of the bad that he did, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that during his age of destruction, there isn't nothing came out of it that we don't continue to use today. I mean, strategically, you know what I'm saying? We use his military tactics. Does that mean that we're as bad as Attila the Hun? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I get it. Hitler did a terrible fucking thing to Jewish people. But if we all gonna act like we all holy in the thou, then at what point do we start to say, and where's the forgiveness line? Where does the forgiveness line get drawn?
We live in a cancel culture, so we live in a cancel culture right now. So I think we're too far gone as a society.
We too gone as a society, and I'm gonna and I'm gonna say it like this, man. Fabulous said in one of his little songs the other day. I was listening to it, and it's the truth. The only people that's perfect is the people in your comments.
That's facts.
That's facts. The only people that's perfect in the world are the people that's in your comments to make you feel bad. To make everybody can tell everybody what the fuck to do, but they life so fucked up. Everybody is a motherfucking psychiatrist now. Yeah. Everybody is a motherfucking judge, juror, and a motherfucker. It's like everybody is something that they not, and it's because of social media.
Yeah.
Damn.
Too much uncontrolled access, man. Manage this. It's too much. It's a point. We at the point where freedom is starting to condemn us. It's starting to condemn us as a civilization.
Exactly.
We got too much freedom.
Yeah. As far as expression and the power, because people are really overly empowered right now. I mean, we talking about how bad cancel culture is, ruining people's lives for stuff that they did when they were children and don't develop minds yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not the government that's ruining these people's lives. It's us.
Mm-hmm.
We doing it to each other, and then we make rich these kids. You know what I'm saying? For doing stupid stuff that puts all of our kids in danger. You know what I'm saying? Creating these challenges, they go viral. They make all these dollars from all of these clicks on an advertisement, while our kids out here chewing detergent pies and shit. Like, we're really destroying ourselves, and we making these people rich for it. So yeah, these freedoms are really becoming hazardous to our future.
I think year after year, the overall IQ of society is declining.
It's declining. I 100% agree.
Yeah, since the invention of the smartphone. Agree. Yeah, I mean, people don't live for the moment. They want to live in their phones. They, even like. If me and my wife out at dinner or whatever, and if I see like a group of chicks at like another table, half of them on their phones, and they're probably socially awkward, and and it's like nowadays, like, men really don't approach women like that no more. Everything is all in the DMs, swipe left or swipe right. So we're kind of losing that humanly communication that we used to do, like back in the day. Like, it's as far as just like going up to a girl in a supermarket, just cold approaching. I think those days are dead.
You a creep if you do that now.
Man, I had a couple of ladies I know was like they went to the store and a guy winked his eye at them, and it was like, he's creepy. Why would he do that? He winked his fucking eye. What do you want from this dude? He just fucking winked his eye. God damn, that's freaky. That's creepy.
That's what women call a creep now.
What the fuck? Yeah, it's bad out here, man. That's why I'm glad I don't have to deal with that shit.
Hey, and I am happy I ain't got to deal with that shit, that dating shit.
Yeah,
I'm glad nigga, you be surprised. You talk about us niggas being married and all that, nigga. That's some shit we don't have to deal with.
Man.
And it's like, that shit is crazy. Nigga, I don't even know. I got to post a picture online, tell a whole bunch of lies, and all this shit. Just a motherfucker holler at somebody, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Man. We at a time right now where women won't even date you if you don't have enough followers.
Exactly.
Yeah, instead of exchanging phone numbers, they want to exchange your IG.
Your IG.
Yeah. So
This,
So,
this
so I gotta holler at you with 100, 400 other motherfucking niggas just trying to holler at you.
right. You got. I gotta hope that you gonna scroll through 500 people to find my inbox message.
I actually I
Hey,
think we
if
talked about
500
this
people,
earlier.
we talked about this before. Look, if 500 people is a light, that bitch ain't even cute. Because most of the bad ones, they got motherfuckers 20,000 followers.
Yeah, dating is no longer local no more because like the bad chick in the neighborhood, she got access to all different types of men across social media
Yep.
platforms.
Yep.
So, but
You can't
yeah,
holler at the girl. You can't holler at the girl on the block, the cute girl on the block. She fuck with somebody in motherfucking Miami that's gonna fly her out. She would get flew the fuck out for like a whole weekend. Him and his guys gang rape her ass and send her back with $2,000.
Right. And
um,
her video be on the back page or whatever.
Right, exactly.
I be hearing that like chicks be getting flown in the Middle East so that like those princes, well, the prince and like the regular, well, no, I'm sorry, not regular, but the like people like amongst his court, they're like having these shitting parties where they be shitting on women. Like that's like a fetish to them or something like that. Like
I
Just
ain't gonna
like
say
women
it's the world we live in, man.
like
All we
like
needed to do is close the gap in communication, and the
that was
whole thing.
it.
I
The
think they
world
get.
is so small right now, G.
I mean, I think they get decent change from as far as like maybe well maybe two
Right.
grand
No, I know what you
for
saying.
like
They
a
get
trip
some
out there.
chop
That's
for
the plane
it,
ticket.
But
Shit.
but but
yeah.
but to go all the way over
You ain't
there
right.
and for all these motherfuckers to like have these shit parties on you and then, I mean, what type of self respect do you have to like make that trip to go all the way out there and then come back? I mean, what type of like lies you gonna be telling your friends like, oh man, I had a ball out there.
I had a
You know,
ball
Yeah, I
out
you know
got
what I'm
there.
saying?
flown out to Dubai, y'all,
Exactly.
Right,
to get
right.
shitted on.
To get shitted on. I come
But
back
that's
with four
that's
stacks.
that's hey, that's that lifestyle that we'll never know nothing about
We don't know
because
nothing about.
that's they celebrity status.
Hey Phil, that is the elite underbelly that we are not privy to.
That elite underbelly needs to stay under the belly. I don't want my kids to know that exists,
Right.
Phil,
or that I'm part of it because I'm out here shitting on people.
Right. I want
did
them to know
you
that I'm one of them nasty niggas.
do you play the Powerball?
I did, man. I kept telling myself I was gonna throw some numbers in there. I never got around to it.
Phil, if you won that Powerball, you would be just like the motherfuckers.
No, I wouldn't.
You would.
No, I wouldn't. I would absolutely not. Absolutely not. At the most, I would be somewhere secure, probably in a penthouse somewhere. I would not spend my money and do stupid shit like that. It's just not in
Dude,
my character or my build up like that. But
I'll be knocking on your door every 2 months. Like, hey,
no,
man,
you
I need
wouldn't, nigga,
another.
because I've been and moved you next door.
Right, but I'll be knocking on your door. Like, I need another $1,000,000. You're like, why? I'm like, because I smoked the motherfucker. I told y'all, we win that money. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna come over. I'm gonna be in a pink roll or some white motherfucking, some white drawers, man. Y'all gonna walk in like, oh, y'all want
Nigga,
the
you
brother.
gonna
Y'all
have the
coming.
same old wife beat on, nigga.
Nah, I'm just saying, right? But I'm like, all I'll be doing is getting high. Y'all like, what you doing, man? Hey, come on in. I would have cleaned up if I was coming
Eric gonna be smoking his blunts with a cigarette holder.
with a cigarette holder. Sam
You
Rothstein.
know what? That's normal rich people stuff though.
That,
We talking
that
about
is.
we talking about buying tigers and shit like that. I ain't gonna be doing that dumb shit.
Oh no,
Hey, hey, and blow the weed smoke in the tiger. Like, hey, you really
You know,
need help.
had gold floors and shit in your bathroom. Like that's just too much, man. That's excessive.
But you gotta get the floors to heat up, G. I
Yeah,
watched
that's
I
cool.
watched Gone Girl again. That's the second time I seen it in my life. I forgot how good it was. It's on HBO Max. And Doogie Howser, when they walked in the house, he's like the floors they heat up. I was like, God damn, that's living, man. When
you
you
know
walk in
what?
the floor, huh?
That movie was so good. I'm wondering why they didn't make a part two for it.
What movie was it?
Gone Girl with Ben Affleck.
I don't know
Dude,
if
that
I've
movie
seen
was so fucking great. Like we
Old
watched it.
Girl.
Gone Girl. Gone
Gone,
Girl.
gone
Oh,
Gone
girl,
Girl.
Gun Girl.
gone,
I don't know. I
gone.
have to check
Like
that
she
out.
was gone. She fake. Dude, y'all gotta watch. You and Niecy gotta watch. Yo, you got to watch it. Cause Mister, it come on. What he say? What the fuck is going on in your head right now? And that's how the movie ends. But it's like you got. I ain't gonna even talk about it. I'd rather you watch it than be like, it takes us like Wednesday or Thursday. Like, oh my fucking god! But it's on HBO Max with Ben Affleck. I mean, it's great, great movie.
Hey,
Hey,
speaking of
Medea, he ain't in the dress.
you said what?
I said Medea, he's in there. He ain't even in the dress.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, Tyler
Perry.
Perry, yeah.
Yeah, tell he the lawyer. He was funny as hell though. He was still
Yeah,
funny.
he actually played a respectable character for a change.
Yeah,
So,
he played a real good. That was a great character he played.
hey, I
Yeah.
want to ask y'all about Wakanda Forever because what I have heard about it is very too female centric, and
I heard. Let me tell you something. I ain't seen the Woman King, but I heard it's just like the Woman King.
oh okay, so
And she
like
wanted to watch it the other night, and I didn't, because it ain't for rent. It's to buy. I don't buy movies. I just rent. If I rent them, I rent them. We ain't got no, what's the name, fire stick. But sometimes we might rent a movie. But and I'm gonna tell y'all this. Mister brought it up. He brought it up a few episodes ago too, with the Marvel and just a lot of movies in general. I like having women as the stars. I do. But when you make it too female centric, it's like it takes stuff out of to me, man.
All I'm gonna say is this: if you take Black Panther, if you take what's his name? I can't think his name now. Dude died.
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, you take Chadwick out of the first movie and put a woman in his place in that movie. Is the movie any different in terms of how many women or how many men are in the movie?
That's a good
No.
question.
The villain was a man.
Yeah.
The villain's cohorts were men and women. It's the same thing. You can't really even do that. You can't even say that about it.
Well, I'm not gonna say that about
I ain't saying
this
you
Black
saying that,
Panther. No, I
but
know what you're saying,
yeah.
but I'm just saying, with Ironheart, all these women as superheroes, and that's cool. And we always said Storm. You always said Rogue, Jean Grey. You always said women, She-Hulk. You always said women stars. It's like y'all trying to flood that on us
All I gotta
over the
say
men
about it is
stars.
this: it's the timing. You can't really change the comic books because you can't charge the comic books because in the comic books, all of the characters that you saw were there. It ain't
Yeah.
they didn't switch nobody. All of these
Yeah.
things actually happen in the comic books. So it ain't like they decided to make Black Panther a woman and that never happened in the comic
And that
books.
never happened.
That would be different. I think that would
Okay,
be
I
different.
get.
Or
Okay.
if they made Namor a woman, then
Her name was going to be a problem
yeah.
because his name was never right.
Hey,
Oh,
so right, so like eventually it would be like a female Black Panther, right? But like
it is.
Yeah,
right,
Shuri was the Black Panther in the
She's Black
comic books
Panther.
for a period of time.
Right.
okay, so like at least for Black Panther 2, do you think that T'Challa should have been recasted? And like, was her being Black Panther, was that too fast tracked?
It was
Or
probably fast track
It
okay,
because
was fast
it
track. I was
was
going to say that's a good
circumstances.
one. Good
okay,
one. It's a good question. I think it was fast track, but that's just because he passed away. In my eyes, to this day, I'm always say that Michael B. Jordan should have just came and became Black Panther.
But he was dead.
You're right, he was dead, but I mean they can bring anybody
yeah,
back.
but yeah, they could bring him back though.
Nah, I don't think so.
I know what you.
They could have brought him back, but I just don't. I think that in the scope of what they're probably going to be doing in Marvel, that would have been more difficult of a story to swallow because
Okay.
what he wanted to do in Black Panther was dramatically different than what Wakanda represents in the Marvel universe. He was
But he
basically
was
making
he
Wakanda a power player that's a negative power player, meaning they trying to take over shit.
Because he felt that they could, but he did say he was trying to open it up to the world too. Now either we gonna hold it for ourselves and run these motherfuckers, or get them show the world. Because at the end of the first Black Panther, that's why he said we gotta get the world this shit. We gotta open up to the world.
Yeah, but also, I mean, I don't know, man. They could have did what they wanted to. They could have did that. I just don't think that.
You don't think it? I'm just saying
from the time, like if they would have did it, like let's say Black Panther 2 wasn't expected to come out until, maybe 3 years from now, then the story probably would have made more sense.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like in terms of how the story would have changed, like if the story how would that story have even looked if we know just coming off of the first movie that the new Black Panther being Michael B. Jordan with everything that he believed in the first movie, he now from the
he
fight
would change.
He would have been on cue with Namor, and they would have been fighting together.
They would have been fighting. Yeah.
It don't make sense in terms of the timeline. But the thing that really got me about this is niggas out here making a fuss about the movie. Why are black people making a fuss about the blackest movie in show business right now?
Because
literally every fucking TV show and movie in the past year has been predominantly 99% white. And the one black movie that come out, we want to gaslight it because it ain't got more men in it. What about all them other movies that came out that ain't had no black people in it?
Hey,
you know what?
That shit irritating to me, man.
You kind of posed that question on Twitter, so like, can you kind of like give a background as far as like the type of responses that you were getting?
What I put? Well, somebody had dropped a thing about how I didn't even listen to it because I thought it was bullshit before they even finished their tweet. But they were basically saying something to the effect of how we're stripping black men from media or whatever. The point they were trying to make.
Okay.
My point was that to me, this entire movie was a dedication to Chadwick Boseman. The entire movie, you're sitting there thinking about who the Black Panther was, not who the Black Panther is. You're thinking about Chadwick Boseman that entire movie, up until the point where even at the end of the movie, you're thinking about Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
When do you stop thinking about him? You can't. So if you go and stick another black male actor in that role, you're still going to be thinking about Chadwick Boseman.
Hey, I kind of want to ask y'all about the whole storyline as far as how he died in the storyline. Like, why is he the only person to be infected by some virus in which they don't have the technology to save him?
That was a very weak way.
That's what you call far-fetched.
That was weak. Yeah, that was just to get you past it. They were just trying to get you past the whole.
Yeah, they're trying to get you past it. But
so
you know what? Like I said, let us black people have our movie. But with the Kang Dynasty coming and Secret Wars, Marvel, they going in the right direction.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, you know what? It's funny that you don't hear as many people making a fuss about Kang.
But Kang was blue. Well, he's black. Well, I'm glad they got a great actor playing him. So
but you don't hear people making a fuss about him. He's Reed Richards' relative. Why would he be black?
Wait, who is this?
Yeah. Kang is the next big. He's the next big villain.
And what show?
For all of Marvel, like he's Thanos.
He was in Loki at the end of the Loki.
Yeah, he was at the end of Loki, the series, and he's gonna be. You really gonna see him. If you didn't watch Loki, some people don't watch the Disney show. I say you still gotta watch all that Disney shit to understand what's going on. But Kang he big Thanos, and he don't all the multiverses he wins. He don't won.
So who's?
Because I like what they told Ant-Man, the guy from Love Country, the black guy. He was in the Netflix movie.
Oh, Jonathan Majors.
Yeah,
Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah, he's in Creed 3.
Yeah,
right. That's what they said. They said Kane. They said what's his name? I forgot what Michael B. Jordan's name was in Black Panther. Killmonger.
Killmonger, yeah.
Yeah, he was like Killmonger versus somebody put on there Killmonger versus Kane. This is gonna be good. But yeah, Kane beat the Avengers. Because he asked, because they said on a Comic-Con from San Diego, he told Ant-Man, he's like, I defeated y'all. Or I defeated, then, he said, didn't I kill you already? So he done killed the Avengers in another time, multiverse. But he wins all the multiverses.
So
But
let me guess. The person who's going to kill him in the storyline is going to be a woman, right?
It
Who
sure is my
knows,
name.
man? Who
It
knows?
sure is my name, Eric Thomas Patton. I love y'all to death, but I would be upset if that happens.
I honestly don't think that. I don't think that's gonna be the case, bro.
Hey, I don't think nobody gonna be. I don't know how. People said Thanos gonna come back.
I think by the time that movie come out, it's gonna be a whole new slew of characters that we gonna be expected to have emotional attachments to. There's gonna be a bunch of kids, basically.
You see Guardians of the Galaxy 3 day trailer yet?
Yeah.
You saw Adam Warlock?
Yeah. He looks shitty as hell.
No, but I knew they said he was gonna be in it.
it.
Yo, I like dude. He from the Maze Runner and he from We Are the Millers. He was funny as hell in We Are the Millers, but I see what they was going for.
I don't know, man. To me, it ain't the right
Adam
fit.
Warlock was a big guy. I mean, like a nice chiseled guy. I don't know. I like him.
Yeah,
you gotta get your Marvel on, Mister. You gotta get your Marvel on.
Honestly, though, man, after Endgame, I was just kind of tapped out from these.
You was tapped out. You was movie tapped
the
out.
movies since then have been because you was given such a dramatic experience in those two movies that everything else now just seems to be going so fast. Like as soon as the movie come on, it could be 2 hours long, and it just seems like it's over in 30 minutes. Like the movie's just the storyline's been kind of weak.
Yeah.
Man, so much content I got to catch up on. I got to watch the Loki. I got to watch the
She-Hulk, the whole
Falcon.
Disney shit.
Hey,
you ain't see because the Thunderbolts, nigga.
Yeah,
the Thunderbolts are like they coming. They the ones that's like they like the Suicide Squad for DC. Yeah, they like the Suicide Squad. But DC, I think, really gonna come back. Black Adam really put them back on the map.
And everybody say that movie was shit.
Man, that movie was fucking great, dude. I saw somebody say, everybody said, I was on Facebook and Twitter, they was like, people saying this movie was terrible, just let them keep saying it. Everybody, we really know what type of movie this was.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was good.
And like I said, I don't know how much money that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson gave what's the name to be back Superman, but just to have him back as Superman is great.
Yeah, I think so too.
And
that's a generational character, man. You can't keep changing Superman. You got to be the same person.
He didn't want the dude that played Superman. He didn't want to do it. He was already The Witcher. He also supposed to be cameoing back in this new Mission Impossible. It's 2 parts coming out. He's supposed to be back in there somehow. But I know he used to be in The Witcher, but now that he's going back to Superman, he's out as The Witcher.
Oh, yeah, The Witcher was terrible anyway.
It was. It's on Netflix. I ain't even see
that. Talk about slow and painful to watch. That shit's painful to watch.
So why would a Rock give him Superman?
Why would who?
Eric mentioned about how like The Rock gave Henry Cavill back Superman. Like
he gave him some money. No, Henry Cavill was out. Like he was not coming back. He didn't give a fuck.
So he persuaded him to like play the role again.
Right.
I gotcha.
They had took a picture. He was giving him some of his tequila. They was out at the Rock House. Took a little picture and stuff. I said, nigga, you gave more than that tequila. He was saying there's no way he was coming back. And then just to have him back at the end of the movie, and what's her name? Phil. The bitch that run the Suicide Squad, the black chick.
Yeah. The chick from the Woman King.
Yeah, the chick from the Woman King.
Oh, Viola Davis.
Viola Davis. Yeah, Viola Davis. She told The Rock, as long as you stay there, you'll be good. He like, this is your tune. She's like, 'cause I got people that can handle you. He like, can't nobody handle me. She said, when the motherfucking Superman came down, he's like, nigga, we need to talk. I'm like, that was the best thing. Like, the movie was great. And that was the best, because it's like, okay, you all right, but there's one person that can whoop your ass out there. And like I said, the way they did it is great, because he like Deadpool. He a bad guy and a good guy. Because
Yeah.
he was killing everybody in the movie. He didn't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
Superman really never got the best of Shazam though. But I mean, Black
He
Adam,
had
he
Black
needed
Adam, but he
Shazam to
needed
beat him.
Shazam. Yeah, he needed Shazam to beat him. Yeah, because Superman wasn't used to that magic shit.
Yeah, he can't do nothing with
He
it.
can't do shit with magic, really. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Shit. Y'all got anything else, fellas? Man, I think we.
now we covered the bases. We covered that. We covered the Jewish bases today. We
Well,
covered.
nobody
We
want
covered
to touch
the.
that Jewish shit too. I do got one question. All right, so
I,
with this Jewish thing, right? Like now it's like the book was Hebrews to Negroes. If y'all notice in the media, all of this time that they was talking about it on TV, they would never say the name of the book. One.
of course.
So now you got the Hebrew Israelite community really coming out, because they showed up in New York with
For Kyrie return
like
game, yeah.
over 1,000 people. Y'all seen that big
Yeah, that was
thing.
great.
Yep.
Yeah,
The
that was
media
great.
didn't cover it, right?
Did.
And I was watching one of these talking heads on YouTube, and they were talking about how actually a bunch of Jewish, black bearded, whatever you call them, they had thousands of people out there too. But when they seen all of the black people, they just up and left.
It was Jason Whitlock that covered it.
Jason Whitlock covered it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, to me, what happens when, let's say, the Jewish community just ups and decides and says, okay, black people are Jewish. We accept y'all as Jewish. Then what? What happens?
Do Kyrie get the apology statement?
Do he have to apologize?
No, he'll never have. I don't think the Jewish community gonna accept some. Well, you're supposed to accept it. From what I hear, I didn't really go into the show, the movie, the documentary, or nothing like that. I somewhat know from here and there, listening to certain people teachings and shit. I hear what they say about us being, Israelites and things of that nature, but I don't think the Jewish community would just be like, okay, yeah.
But my thing is, okay, it's not that. It's the same thing with people who saying we should all go back to Africa. To me, it's like, okay, if we all wake up tomorrow and we all got passports and we all got plane tickets, then what? You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now we're Jewish, we're accepted as Jewish. Now what?
Now what?
Because according to them, we're supposed to have the slaves become the slave owners. So are we really expecting to go back to Israel and enslave white people? To me, like, I don't get it. What's the point? What do we gain now by knowing we're Jewish, of Jewish descendants? How does that change anything in the world? What's the expectation after that?
Just the symbology of us being like the name. It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to change anything, because is there going to be a transfer of resources? No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what we gonna get out of it?
Ain't there something bigger that we could be pressing for?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why are we still worried about this old shit that we never gonna get credit?
We not gonna get credit for. We can't change it. It's not gonna change us now.
Yeah.
You got to worry about like Mr. said this a long time ago. Dude, you just got to be. You just got to run your household.
Yeah. I mean, you can do more to just run your household, but
no, but just start at your household, and if it affects other people, you can move. But first, get your household in order, and then, man, you got to go from there. I can't worry about the way the social media is. Like you were saying earlier, there's too many influencers out here. Too fucking many influencers out here. If I can keep my motherfucking family on the straight and narrow, you got to work hard for what you want. Nothing's gonna be given to you. People gonna hate you for whatever you do. You're never gonna please everybody. But keep your head to the ground. Keep going. Keep moving. And then you achieve. you will achieve what you want if you work hard to do it, and
Mm-hmm.
not have a scam and not try to get no get rich quick shit, nothing like that. But if you really take pride in what you like to do or what you want to do, as long as I get them doing that, I'm happy, man. I'm not gonna let as much as I want to knock Nicki Minaj's brains out from the back. I don't want my kids to act like that. I don't want my kids to act like or see shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see my family like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really want them to know it's entertainment. Even though it's on social media, they feel like, oh, like these just regular people. Yeah, they regular people, but it's so fake and phony, man.
Facts.
Social media just got everybody fucked.
Yep.
Go ahead, Mister.
Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. As far as my previous statement of yeah, it starts at the home, but I got that from Denzel Washington, and he was referencing when he came to Chicago, and I guess a cabbie told him about how um, it was like a whole bunch of like teenage black boys on the corner, and I guess the cab driver told him, "Oh yeah, they some little yummies over there," and Denzel was like, "Who? Who was that?" So the cab driver told him about how it was this guy named Yummy back in the day who was like 14 years old, pretty much on a murderous tear. So that's why Denzel was like, "Hey, it starts from the home because once you reach like a certain age, then if your parents not gonna take care of you, then
The
the
streets
state
definitely will.
the state will take care of you." So yeah, that's why I pretty much always try to hone in on that. Just take care of your own household, your own kids, and then hopefully that positive effect will trickle outside, and hopefully that's gonna be a net positive for the community overall. So
I'm just
I
gonna
wanna.
say this to kind of shit on y'all parade.
Okay.
all right,
That ain't enough. It's not enough because you take care of your household. You supposed to,
Right.
but by you saying that, meaning what you define as taking care of your household is not going to be the same as what the next person defines as taking care of the household. So everybody coming into a world with a different definition of what the world's supposed to look like. So it's not
Mhm.
enough. We have to all be on the same accord. I have to have in my mind the same morality that you have in your mind when I'm raising my child. So our children are on the same path. And if we're not doing that, then we end up in the world that we in right now.
But
So
nigga,
really, really,
I believe all three of us got the same morale though.
no, I'm not saying we don't, but we three people. We don't. We're three people acting as a collective. But what about the other 300 million people in this country?
Yeah.
Everybody's going in different directions
well,
because
when I say take care of your household, what I really mean is that like we black people as a culture should like embrace raising our kids to be productive citizens as far as take education seriously and taking care of your body. Don't be eating all this soul food and soda and sugar, all this shit that's gonna make you have diabetes and die an early death, later in life. Just like
Right.
right.
that,
I get
like
that. I
like
get
the
that. When
Asian
I
community, like as a culture, the Asians they thrive because they got these tiger moms pretty much on their kids to like get straight A's in school. That's within their culture.
yeah, and that's
So we
just the
should do the
thing
same
though.
thing.
Our we don't like our culture. The values in our culture are displaced. We don't have a culture, a singular culture that we all come from to really embed in our children a similar morality. That's the difference between Asians and black people or Mexicans and black people. They all have one source. Our source is scattered. It's everywhere. We come from
Yes,
everywhere. We be everywhere. We go everywhere. We all have these different. We don't have the same. We're not all operating on the same wavelength. So even in
right. Like Mexicans
Black people
or
do have one source though.
slavery
No,
in America, is slavery.
no, like no black people, we pedestalize the woman. We have the woman kings.
Man, we pedestalize basketball players, drug dealers, rap music. Nigga, those are our pillars.
those are our pillars.
We
I,
got to
I
do
mean,
something to change that, and we can't do that in our house.
honestly, the only thing that I really cherish as far as like black culture is like it's like going to a barbecue where there's like
family,
drinking and family
family.
and playing bones or space and just talking shit like the banter like that culture. I love that type of
That's
culture,
that's
but
the that's the best thing to have. Like that.
but but
That's
but
my
but
favorite.
but outside of that, black culture is kind of trash right
Phew, all right. Now we talking. We talking now.
now.
You know what we don't do that I feel like, my seniors and my predecessors, they talked to us. Even if we weren't listening, they talked to us and offered us some type of guidance. Even if it wasn't significant or the right guidance, it was always somebody to some degree that was trying to share some type of knowledge. And it's like now our kids or our younger generation, they get all the information from all of the wrong places. We don't have no way of really, um, you know, helping them really. I mean, we can ourselves help them understand what information they should be listening to, but because they got so much information out there and available to them, it's so difficult for them to choose what's the right thing for them to listen to, and it makes it more and more difficult for us as parents to be able to help guide them. You know what I'm saying? Because like today, we can have a conversation with our kids of this, that, and the other, and tomorrow they go online and see 500 different conversations with 500 different interpretations of the exact same information, and they can get
Exactly.
easily confused and misled. And what we don't really have, and I hate to say it because the black church at some point used to actually have some value. I don't really know that it has much anymore. But even when we was younger, we would go to church even if we didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? And that still held us close, held our morals a little bit closer aligned with each other. But we don't, as a people, we're steadily losing grip of the few things, the few fibers that helped us kind of move in the same direction.
Yeah, back then, like our parents had sanctions on us. So, like,
Yeah.
if they told us that we had to be somewhere or go somewhere, I mean, we had to do it. But like today, are those type of sanctions being imposed on these kids today?
Hell no, because they been called the police on you.
And that changed in the '90s, though, as far as like kids knowing that they got the outlet to like call the police if they feel as though that their parents is like abusing them or whatever. What if
Hmm.
it's physical or
No,
verbally? That started in the '90s.
but see,
Yeah,
the thing is, yeah, a lot of parents don't be abusing these kids. They're just showing them what life is. Life
tough love,
is tough
tough love.
Yeah.
love,
Yeah,
and they so fucking pussy and sissified. So now you can't do that to the kids. So now you got a baby and coddle their ass. Now you coddle the kid. The kid never heard no in his life. Then he turned 10 years old. Asked his mama for VR. She said no. He killed her
oh yeah, I heard about that.
in Milwaukee.
That
He
was a
asked his mama for
that
what?
A
that was a
VR
beautiful
headset.
that was a beautiful sister too, man.
I didn't see the mother, but
Yeah,
that's
she was
my
a
whole
beautiful
thing.
sister.
Then I heard, and the grandmother said that he had rage issues anyway. Mental health is serious, and just hey man, look, even if Mika look at me, man, look, I'm gonna tell these kids, don't do that. That's not right. Some shit you can't do, you don't do. It's a respect issue when it comes to speaking to other adults. When you out in the public, man, you treat everybody with motherfucking respect. If somebody say no to you, motherfucker, that means no. Everybody not gonna say yes in life. But all these kids think is yes, yes, or I'm just gonna take it then. Now you got them out here carjacking motherfuckers. Niggas get man, it's so fucked up out here, y'all.
Not only that, but when these kids get told no, they take it to the internet, and they always able to find a group that agree with them,
You gotta agree with them.
and that turns
Yeah,
into a cancel culture.
yeah.
But
It's
you
that's what I'm
said
saying. It's like and this is all boils full circle back to the conversation about Kim Kardashian. We don't have any control. We're not taking the initiative to manage what kids have access to. We don't do a good enough job of that shit. So
right.
now these kids are able to see. Y'all seen the Balenciaga thing with the teddy bears with the S&M shit on it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Who in what was in the mind of the person that thought that shit would be okay? Not that it even made it to the internet, but this is somebody who thought that this shit would be okay.
It will be okay
because there is no foot that's stepping in the middle of this bullshit anymore. The foot is gone. The line is gone. And it's do whatever the fuck you want whenever you want. And everybody accepts this, thinks that you're supposed to accept every fucking thing and every fucking body when that's not reality. I posted, people are bringing their video game avatars into the real world. That's what's happening right now.
But what's so fucked up is what they need to see is, guess what? When you fucking bring these avatars into the real world, trying to live that avatar life, well, these young niggas, when they get killed, you don't come back. You don't respond back.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
When these women out here fucking everybody, this and that, you can't cure all that shit.
Man, y'all remember we was growing up, you wouldn't hear rap music on the radio until after a certain time today. Do we need to get back to that? Not just rap music, but content in general.
Nigga, in Chicago, GCR, they play drill music on the radio. And it's like,
damn.
It's like that. I don't. Somebody was saying that once we get a certain age, you only listen to the music that you grew up to and all that shit. And I understand that. But all our music want to promote violence every verse.
You're right.
This music, I mean, if you listen to it enough, hell, you gonna want to shoot a motherfucker because that's and it's like because that's what they fucking putting out there. And it's
but unfortunately, that's what the market's kind of dictating, though.
Right. So how do we change the market? We are the market, though. How do we change the market? That's what we got to figure out.
We the market. We the market that's putting out music that's killing each other.
No, as far as like you had mentioned GCI, like we don't listen to GCI like that. So like younger generations are listening to GCI, and that's what.
And 92.3. The only music station I listen to is the oldies, 104.3.
Damn,
old school rap.
But my thing is, we don't necessarily have to censor this music, but I think we need to get back to it's a right time and a right place. I think we got way too far removed from that.
Yeah, but like, who was greenlighting all of this negative music though?
The Jewish people.
Full
circle.
the motherfucking Jews.
I didn't think you was gonna say it. I was just posing the question.
I mean, what was it? What's the dude? The Cohen. I can't think of his name. He was on the Charlemagne and them show, and they was talking about how they don't think it's right that all of the rap is talking negative and all this and all that, but they got to pay the bills. And Charlemagne was like, "Oh, you better be careful. Dame Dash gonna call you a culture vulture." He was like, "Well, I mean, we got to pay the bills, so it's okay for them to allow us to to destroy ourselves, but it's not okay for us to say that they were the ones responsible for it."
Exactly.
Because they're the ones who gaslight and greenlight all of these projects with this negativity that go into black music just so they can make a profit and put food on their table. Why aren't they just cutting in and saying, we're not gonna put this out because this doesn't positively impact the black community, it's doing harm to the black community? Why if they're the ones responsible for all this content, why they not out here, trying to set better precedents?
I mean, capitalism has no feeling. So if this music is as bad as it is to our community, to our image, this music is sending their kids to college. This music is making their shareholders happy.
So if the next wave of rap that comes out is Jewish bashing, and we start supporting it and they making money off of it, then what does that make them?
Well, they're not gonna green like that, obviously.
Oh, so it's only because it's black people talking about black people. That's what I'm saying, man. It's fit. That's the one person in the car thing that Kanye was talking about.
Yeah, black people have no power, so we are behind enemy lines. So
we gotta
move accordingly.
We gotta find a way to reach outside of our own homes to start impacting other people's lives. I mean, I think we do that to a degree with the podcast, but I mean, for the people that do have greater reach, we do need to all start coming together to be on the same page and really start to shape the world that we want our kids to grow up in. Because my kid can't do it for everybody else kid. Your kid can't do it for, we can only do it for each other. So we got to make sure we're reaching out to a lot of people in order to change the world to one that's suitable for, our kids to grow up in.
True. I mean, cause my kids ain't go play with y'all badass kids.
Yeah, my kids definitely ain't gonna play with your badass kids. We're in a whole nother state. We're gonna be out in the sun. You're gonna be out in the snow.
So, but I mean, I wasn't talking about y'all kids. I'm just
I
talking
know.
about
I'm just
out in the
joking.
masses. So. All right, y'all. Hey, man, cause I've been like quarantined in my basement all week, man, and this was some good therapy for me just to kind of chop it up with the fellas, man, and definitely needed this, and I guess I'm gonna finish up this football game tonight, and hey, yeah, man. So, Cornerstone Podcast episode 70, man, 70 episodes, man. I can't believe it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Make sure you name this one. The Kim Kardashian is a hoe,
oh
so we can
man,
get that clickbait. Matter of
right.
fact, name it Kim Kardashian sex tape too.
Oh shit,
They would click dead on that shit.
they would. Y'all said, man. So I guess we'll probably try to get back at this sometime real soon, man.
For
So
sure.
yeah. All right.
For
All right,
sure.
y'all. Peace out.
All right. Peace, y'all. See ya.